Hey everybody, it's Crystal B, and I just wanted to kind of check in and talk to you about another extreme combination that's taking place in December. December is definitely a very busy month on the planetary front. There's a lot happening, a lot of twists, a lot of turns, but one of the major combinations that's really coming to the forefront is the final exact square between Saturn and Uranus. And that's actually going to be happening on Christmas Eve, December 24th. That's why I've got my mermaid Santa in the back here. He's hanging out with us as I make this video. But what I and it's it this is the square itself is truly no joking matter, but it is something to really kind of get a grip on. And at this point of the year, I think a lot of us have a grip on it. We understand, that we've been feeling it because it really started to loom up in February. It got really, the stakes got even higher in August. And, now we're coming to the third and final square and another part of the story. So what does it mean? And I've outlined this a lot, especially with my members. I have a lot of resources on the back end to be able to take a look at how this square is influencing you and affecting you, and where the struggle points are in your life and what you're trying to ultimately break free from, but dealing with restrictions on, because Uranus is a planet that wants you to break free and, have your own kind of autonomy, make your own rules, not play by anybody else's rules. Whereas Saturn is the planet that wants you to listen to the rules, that needs you to be responsible, that needs you to, kind of have a, not do anything drastic. Capricorn doesn't like to do anything drastic. Capricorn likes to follow the rules. Capricorn likes to, make sure there's a good plan. Uranus is everything against that. So you've got these two different, energies that are battling it out. And it's created a lot of opposition of view in our collective. Everybody is, not everybody is agreeing right now. There's so many different issues that are around us. A lot of them do revolve around COVID, but there's other things, that where people are disagreeing as well. And, some of us want to be radical and free and do what we want to do and, kind of let freedom prevail. Whereas others are, and that's those following the Uranus sector. And then there's those following the Saturn sector, which is, let's just follow the rules. Let's do what people ask and, kind of not make a fuss about it. And listen, there's no right or wrong. It's just everybody has a right to their view and a right to the way that they see things. But, the planets explain why we're all looking at things so differently, why we can't come to a happy medium. And to be honest with you, even though this on December 24th is the third and final exact square, which means that the planets are going to be in their aspect exactitude. Even though it's the third and final, we're still dealing with this issue in 2022. So, and it's a little bit different. It is. And I've outlined this a lot in my 2022 forecast, and I'll talk about it a lot in my 2022 workshops. But what I want you to understand is that December 24th is not, it's a grand finale, but there's also some remnants that we have to deal with as we go into 2022 and as we go along in 2022. What I want you to acknowledge with the third and final square at this point in December is that, there's a lot of freedoms that we want, but we still have to own up to limitations, restrictions. I think that we probably will be feeling this a lot with COVID. I think that, COVID, we're not done with COVID yet. I believe that this Saturn Uranus square and the struggle that's going on, like COVID is the backdrop of it and creating a lot of argument and a lot of, opposition of views. There may be something involving COVID that heightens up as we get towards the end of December. It's important to just also remember, like, where you're looking to be free, and how can you make a plan to get those needs met. But how can you make a a practical plan? Try to make peace with both planets at the same time. And sometimes that's possible and sometimes it's not. But if you haven't taken steps to find a little bit of freedom or find a little space in your life, I think that it's important for you to start thinking about it, because the planets are going to keep on making, giving you reminders and doing it. And what I've noticed this year and talking to my clients, like, I've seen people, take this square and do all sorts of radical things and in good ways. Yes, there are people who have taken it and, done it for bad things too. But I like to think of the good, and I like to think of the positive things that I've seen. And it has been a lot of stuck energy for sure. Like, things have not happened in a way that is fast in any way, shape, or form. But I've seen slow and steady progress. And now that we're coming to the end, it's like, really acknowledge how far you've come. Really acknowledge how far you've come when there have been a lot of limitations and when there have been a lot of restrictions. And the roads don't open up entirely just yet. There's still some more things to own up to face up to. But at this point, we got it. We know what we're dealing with. And, if you haven't broken some of your old rules and taken on some new ones, start doing it for the third and final square. And it is going to be interesting to see what Santa Claus delivers as he comes down the chimney. It is something that's all happening on Christmas Eve. So of course we'll probably experience some family things that go along with this Saturn, Uranus square. And, but I do believe that at the end of the day, this Saturn Uranus square is really trying to help us formate a plan of how to get a little bit more freedom in our lives. And even though it's a struggle and it's a hard thing to go through and not the easiest, and these planets mean business when they come together in the square, there are going to be some freedoms that we'll be able to gain at the end of it. So just continue on the path, own up to the limitations, and listen to the signs, because they're going to be very strong as you head into the tail end of the year and right around the Christmas mark. Everybody, good luck. I have it all mapped out in the member horoscopes, and the bigger picture is in my 2022 forecast, which I am so excited for all of you to check out. Everybody, happy holidays. Bye-bye.